We've all been under stressful situations at some point in our lives. When you're feeling pressure or stress, it can be hard to think things through quickly and efficiently to solve the problem. This is what Blanca Cobb, who has a master's degree in psychology, and I are talking about today. So Blanca, let's get right to it. Why do we tend to get anxious under stress when we'd rather solve the problem?
There's a biological reason to this. So the amygdala is a part of your brain that helps regulate your emotions. And so when you feel threatened either physically or psychologically, then it kicks in and it activates and it releases these hormones, cortisol and adrenaline, that helps you prepare for that threat.
So if you're responding emotionally, how can you think through a critical situation?
This is where toughness really comes in. This is where you have to say, okay, acknowledge that you're feeling anxious, but the anxiousness isn't going to help you solve the problem. So then you have to think, okay, what steps do I need to take immediately to start getting some action? So you're going to be able to deal with that stress or that anxiety more effectively if you're able to take some steps forward. So let me give you an example. So earlier this morning, my Amazon account was hacked. It was locked down. My credit card was compromised. So I started feeling this angst because I'm thinking, okay, credit cards, where else could it have been used? And so then I start thinking, what is it that I have to do? So I have to call the credit card company. What bills are attached to this credit card? So just thinking those small steps and taking action, then you tend to forget about the immediate emotional response because you're moving forward, you're doing something about it.
So what about reaching out to someone when you're anxious? How can that help you?
When you reach out to somebody, it can help you think through the steps that you have to take. For example, you can say, hey, this situation came up. This is what I'm thinking about that I need to do. Is there something that I'm missing? Is there something I haven't thought about? Because what happens when you get emotional or you feel anxious, then sometimes you can forget some things that are really important. So another person can listen to your thought process and go, hey, I'm not sure about this, or have you thought about X, Y, or Z? And it just makes a whole complete picture. So that way you're taking the steps that are necessary to help you resolve that situation.
Some great advice there. Thank you so much, Blanca. You can continue the conversation with Blanca on her Facebook page, Blanca Cobb, Body Language Expert.